Hello, greetings, dear IIUans present today with us. Welcome all to our IIU project, Who Am I? An initiative by IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council and the IIU Student Development Council. I'm Ermina Raescu, President of the Women Entrepreneurs Council, Country Director of IIU Romania. And this project is for you. It's for your soul. We are here for you. You are not alone. First of all, like I say always, IIU means a wonderful team, beautiful people with a common purpose, that of bringing education into everyone's homes, to always find something new, innovative, to surprise you, because IIU is a pioneer in the field of education. With IIU come always with new things, innovative things. Hats off Team IIU for their great work. Thank you, Sirpesh Pandit, for this great platform, your involvement and support. Indeed, you show us every day that the education has no borders and that we shall be mentors of the young people, the next generation. By the term social isolation, we understand the feeling of loneliness and differentiation from other people. It is the conviction that you are totally different from those around you, as if detached from a different reality than the current one. Do you feel in an ocean of unknown people that you don't think you can ever connect with them? Contrary to the appearance of the word, being special isolation causes a lot of pain. Some people may feel better or live with the belief that they have something special, but must feel alone, isolated, and crushed by the inability to connect with other people. The person who feels different does not harbor emotion towards others, such as resentment or anger. Not does he live with the impression that he is rejected. He simply does not find his affiliation. We are human beings. We are by nature social creators. He needs his peers to develop and reach the heights of existence. With people, you can experience the joy of this world. You can feel the connection and in their help, and you can come to love and feel love. Success, sociality, professionality, and with yourself requires a dimension that includes those close to you. People might make life journey easier, more intense, and more rewarding. Together with other people, life is worth living. Do you really want to lose these things? No, you have to fly. Come out into the light. Come out of your shell. This project is created for your soul, to reach your soul, to be a support for you. We are here for you. Today, with these beautiful people, with our guest, we are here. Just open your heart. You are not alone. And now, I want to invite our great Vice Chancellor of International Internship University, head of IIU Africa Continent, country director IIU Nigeria, and a great leader, academician, Professor Dr. Chap General Eboria Ushilo Charles. I am honored to have you, and I invite you to open our project today. Respected.
Thank you, my able sister.
Charles.
I appreciate you, and God will keep on appreciating you. Thank you, IIU Women Entrepreneur Council President and the President of the Student International Development Council. I appreciate both of you. You have been trying, you have been doing a great job in IIU. I thank God for you. This program is a unique program. It's a program that everybody will be happy after we conclude the program. I give kudos to our founder, Sir Advocate Piyush Pandit, for the great efforts they have been doing, helping us. I need to appreciate everyone that are listening right now. I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today being a unique day, and we are going to discuss on a topic, I am different, the trap of social isolation. I am different answers the trap of social isolation. How? Social isolation is the absence of social interaction, contacts, and relationship with families, friends, neighbors on an individual level and with the society at large on a broader level. It is powerful. It improves psychological or psychology well-being. It helps you become mentally strong. But I would rather advise you push them to make you happier, gives better life situation and lower level of stress and less likely to have depression. Note, social isolation is worse than loneliness, and it is greater risk factor for healthy living than loneliness. When you are alone, what happens? It increases happiness, better life satisfaction, improves stress management, less depression, sparks creativity, help in building mental strength, reduce behavior problem in kids. Once again, isolation is an effective method for gaining power and control without social contacts and support. The victim is more easily manipulated as contacts with other people diminish. The victim becomes more dependent on the abuser and may come to see the abuser as her sole source of emotional nurture and practical help. It is worth knowing from analysis and from research that social isolation and loneliness cannot be same because people can be isolated alone and will not feel lonely. People can be surrounded by other people, yet still feel lonely. Loneliness is a subjective feeling about the gap between a person's desire level of social contacts and their actual level of social contacts. While social isolation is an objective measures of the number of contacts that people have. It is important, it is all about the quantity, not the quality of relationship. People may choose to have small number of contacts when they feel socially isolated. People are isolated from others because of a long-term illness, disability, transformation issue, transportation issue, unemployment, poverty, exposure to domestic and community violence, low self-esteem and anxiety, suicide and depression. The trap of social isolation. Hell is the lack of other people. Loneliness and social isolation are rampant in the United States today. About half of America's report feeling alone. From our research, we have discovered that loneliness harms both mental and physical health. What should we do to come out from this loneliness? What should I do to come out from this loneliness? I am different. I am different answers it. How? One, take initiative. If you are socially isolated, consider voluntary community service, or an active or activities you enjoy, as these are good way to meet people. 2, give others the benefit of doubt. That is the benefit of the doubt. Once you have compiled your list of friends, reach out to one of them each day. 3, approach people with optimism. What do I mean by that? When you contact people online, very easy. How have you been? It's much more appealing than I've not had. I am different, answers it. For there is no distinct between the Jews and the is Lord for all, abounding in riches for all who call on him. I am different, answer it. To those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. I am different, answers it. Little children, let us not love. Let us not love with words and with tongues, but in deeds and what? And in truth. I am different, answers it. It is not this way among you, but whoever wishes to become great among you should be your servants. I am different, answers it. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvel, and that my soul knoweth right, answers it. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. I am different, answer everything. He is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. I am different, answer it. Put on the armor of God so that you may be able to stand against the tactics of the devil. I appreciate every one of you that are listening now. May God come to strengthen us. And I know I have powerful speakers who will contribute to the success of this program. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Dear Charles, thank you so much. Powerful words. Words from your heart, from your great heart. Like I say always, all my respect for a great leader, for our Vice Chancellor. Thank you so much. Honored to have you here with us. Thank you, Sir Charles. Extraordinary presentation. Thank you. And what is important is that we talk free. We can talk free here. Now, I have a pleasure to invite Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas, Director of Yes, You Can International, author, inspirational speaker, mindset and transformation coach, youth and relationship mentor. Now I was thinking of your books because I've seen your books, a lot of books, Elizabeth. Congratulations. You are amazing. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Emina, for introducing me. And thank you so much for this opportunity, Sir Pius Pandit, for this great institute of greatness, I would say, because this is one of the institutes I'm really admired, and I'm learning, I'm sharing, and I am also connecting with great leaders. So I want to say thank you, sir, for this intensive university. And I also want to acknowledge the presence of my mentor, Professor Charles Ebura from Nigeria. Thank you for your leadership, your mentorship, and laying good example for all of us. I also want to acknowledge all our leaders, Professor Dr. Mary and all other leaders, Professor Pavas and every one of you, because sorry, permit me, I won't be able to mention all names, but I love you all and I appreciate all the great works that you're doing over there, because if you are not there doing your work, I wonder what people like me will be gaining from. So I humble myself in your presence and I say thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir. Wow, we're talking about who am I? Yes, I love that topic. It's part of me. I dream of it. I sleep of it. I do everything concerning who I am, because when I started 43 years ago, start discovering myself, the more I'm discovering, the more I'm getting brighter, the more I'm happier, the more I'm joyful, the more I'm free, the more my confidence. And I'm really, really grateful to God Almighty that has given me the authority and power and given me the opportunity to express myself everywhere I go. I will continue to say, I am who I am in Christ Jesus. Right, we're talking about I'm different in loneliness, especially in the areas of social media. Okay, what will I say? Many years ago, I started this social media with a mission of coming there to be different. Why did I say that? I know many people will say through this social media, a lot of things has happened, harassment, abuse, and all other different things has happened. But then I made myself different because my message is clear and simple. You have to be who you are and be the best of you. And you need to look around for the message that will inspire you, empower you, motivate you, and also to be encouraged. When you open the social media, you see all kinds of things. But we have the power to choose what we hear. We have the power to choose what we share. And we also have the power to invite and also to admit who you want to admit on your social media. Because you know why? You are different and you are unique and you are special and greatness is in you. The reason why I said that boldly, because we are created by God Almighty. And I'm so glad when he said in his scriptures that we are wonderfully, carefully made, created by God. The reason why all this chaos in the whole world, the reason why we have all these problems in the whole world is lack of identity. We don't know who we are. We don't know what we are carrying, unfortunately. And that is why we put ourselves down. We find ourselves insecure. We find ourselves low esteem. And that is why we can do whatever we are doing, either good or bad. But I am here to challenge you that raise your head up because you are special. Go out there fearlessly because you have greatness in you. And greater is it that is in you than it that is in the world. You open your social media, you're seeing all kinds of negativity. You have the power to turn it around. When they say that things are not going well or things are very terrible, are you going to join the chorus or are you going to make yourself different? Are you going to rise up like eagles and keep rising and not mingle up with chickens? Are you going to be a lion or you're just going to be another person entirely among us? So that is why we are here in this project to stir our gift up, to stir ourselves up, to inspire ourselves, to lift our spirit up and say, you know what? I don't care what is going on around me. I don't care about the negativity that is spreading all over the world. I am who I am. And greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And I can do, like my professor said, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Can I give you a secret? The secret behind yes, you can is actually that scripture. Because I read it, I dreamt it, I ate it, I meditate on it, and I say, yes, I can. But because I don't want to be selfish, and I want to go right into the world and tell them that, yes, you can. You can overcome it. You can achieve it. You can rise above your problems, your challenges. You can overcome. You can be a winner, and you can achieve it. Don't let anything scare you, and don't let anything make like a mountain. You can climb the mountain. So that is why we are here. We are here to turn everything around because we are different. If we can show ourselves different, everyone around us will be influenced. Guess what? We cannot change anybody, but you can change yourself. And guess what? If you change yourself, everything around you and everyone around you will be attracted, will be influenced, and will be impacted. We all go out every day. We are all doing all kinds of things we want to do. But please make it a mission, because now we are talking about this, who we are. Make it your duty to show who you are in the world. Be your best. Be happy. Celebrate yourself. Carry yourself as if you are the queen, you are the king, you are the leader. You have what it takes. You have the solution in you. You carry the solution of others. And then if you cannot present yourself, how do you want to solve other people's problems? You have the problems solver in you. You have the power in you to help everyone around you. So that is why you are different. So go on all your social medias and make a difference and shine the light that you are. Thank you so much. I've used my 5 minutes. I don't want to go over. Hello. I can't hear you.
You are muted.
I have no words now. Now you hear me. No,
Yes.
no, speechless. First with your books, I say just books before session, yes? And now with your extraordinary speech. You are great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, no negativity. We must share love. We must share our light. This is important. This is important. Thank you so much. I'm honored to have you, my dear. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You can. You can. You can anything. Now, I am honored to invite Professor Shadiva Parvez, founder and CEO, IPRH, Professor of Tourism Economics and Ethics from Bangladesh. Welcome, respected Professor Parvez.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Armina, for inviting me this kinds of wonderful platform, because in front of me, there are so many experts are here. Dr. Chap is here, our respected Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth is here, and Sister Meherin is here, and also Ambassador Esther Mala is here. So yes, it is a platform actually. And the program actually, the theme, who am I? Brilliant concept. It's a brilliant concept actually, that who am I? So actually it is one of, before I start my speech, just I give my gratitude to my respected brother Piyush Pandit, the founder of the IIU, because he is actually the man of creativity, and yes, he actually made it that platform that yes, we can share our views, our feelings. So yes, it is true that who am I? If you are not just yourself, then how can you survive in this world? So at first you judge yourself that who am I? So it is a very important point. Now I'm just sharing one story with you about me, that I am actually, now you are calling me a professor or a founder of IPRH or many things, but actually I am a simple person, and I am always believe in one thing, that honesty is the best policy. Without honest, it's not possible for you to gain and capture the mind of the other, because if you are thinking a lot of mind in your brain, then it's not possible to gain your main goal. So at first, honesty is the best policy. So I was actually a bad student in my life. So after a period of time, when lots of time, my school principal and college principal just called my father and just say, "Oh, it's not possible to sustain your son in this college," because we had a very much reputed college in Bangladesh. So at that time, my father just wrote down in a bond. And after that time, my father asked me in one thing, that my dear son, what do you want? You want ice cream or a burger? So that is the main clicking point in my mind, that yes, what my father wants from me, because I have the capacity, I have the capability, and that capacity and capability makes me the value to other, because the point is here, that value. So each of the expert has their value. For that reason, they are now in this platform, because value actually give you the actual meaning, that who you are. So now actually in my viewer point, that if you are want to become a good person in your life, then at first respect to elder, respect to the society's people, otherwise it's not possible. That lots of book you study, like in my life I already taught more than 180 courses, but what the level is here, if I am not gaining a word, that is respect, our only word, that's respect, then it is not possible. I have lots of degree with me. What I will do with that degree, with knowing, do not know the meaning of respect. And another thing is here, respect to women, because your mother is the main personality. Your mother is the main personality who actually taught you, who actually teach you that yes, this is the point, that you can write A or B or C. So yes, I know that I love my mother. My mother, well, many of the people just call, yes, my mother actually a housewife. Basically, this is a wrong word. Don't use this word, because your mother actually a homemaker. Without her help, it's not possible for you to stand in these kinds of platform. Because if you say, yes, who am I? Then at first you respect your mother and think that what's your mother taught you? What's your mother said to you? My mother always say that, yes, my dear son, you will do anything in your life if you are just following one theory, that honesty is the best policy. If you are honest in your life, then yes, people, the world want you at a point of time. Otherwise, it's not possible for you to capture this thing. So this kind of platform, that I'm just explaining one thing, that education is very much important point in our this era, and basically the child education. So in this time, lots of parents are actually very much worried about their child, that they are actually doing the right thing or wrong. So I just said one thing, that at first you must observe your child and must take care of your child, that what he or she wants, because our child is basically always imitate us. So if you are doing good in your life, yes, your child always capture that good thing from you. So it is a best point for me. Yes, always respect the elder. And one of my dream is here, I am just sharing with you, because it is a platform that you can share your express your feelings. So yes, my feelings is here in this life. I don't want any old home in the society, because we must respect our parents. We must respect our elder, because our father and mother is our asset. So we always respect them. If we are just forgot to respect our parents, our elders, then your child at a point of time don't they will not respect you. So this is my only one dream, that in this society we have no old home, in this art we have no old home, and we will be very much honest people in our life, and we should capture our capacity, our capability, and that will make you the valuable person in this world. So thank you so much for inviting me this kinds of wonderful platform. I again give my thanks to IIU. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Parvez. Thank you. I'm honored to have you today. Extraordinary speech who come from your heart, and this is so important, powerful message. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we make like this. Yes, respect for women. Extraordinary, yes. Extraordinary. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I want to invite also a dear friend from UK, Christina Konya. Christina is a multi-award winning spiritual life coach, empowerment and authentic leadership coach. She's also a Saint Reiki master teacher, ancient crystal healing master healer, and award-winning international speaker, co-founder of WE Champions International Mauritius. Welcome, my dear Christina.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the invitation, my dearest Ermina. You know that you are always close to my heart. And I really, really love being here with you, being in the IIU community. You guys, you always make my heart sing. I mean, you can see the smile on my face all the way because I love the speakers. I'm honored, really honored to be amongst you. And I really love your topic, I am different, because me as a coach, I hear this question very, very often. Christina, why am I different? What's wrong with me? Okay. You know, I try to be like everyone else. I try to fit in. And the reason you or some people may choose to isolate themselves from the rest of the world, it really may vary, but the most common ones are like this. They are being embarrassed by their hobbies. They feel that they don't fit in. They are being self-conscious, right? Or they are being afraid to speak up for themselves or to speak their truth. They are feeling like they are left outside. So they are feeling different. Therefore, they just prefer to self-isolate, to stay, you know, a little bit apart. Another thing why people self-isolate can be, for example, depression, okay? It's a hormonal imbalance in the brain that leaves people, you know, feeling down, helpless, lonely, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, and it leaves you unmotivated. There you think again, I'm different, I just should stay home, really, okay? So there are many reasons why people they choose to self-isolate. It's a really very long topic to discuss. The truth is that choosing to stay alone and preferring to spend time with yourself is not wrong. Sometimes it is normal to want to isolate yourself, right? To have a little bit of time of your own. We are surrounded by chaos, by a lot of noise, and sometimes it's okay to spend time with yourself. It is normal. But when this self-imposed self-isolation begins to harm other aspects of your life, then it can be a problem. Okay? Millions of people believe that something is off because they don't share the same values, the same interests, okay, the same lifestyles as other people. But we have to remember that we are all part of a society. Yet, every one of us has a unique personality, a unique character and life experiences, right? So then you are different, but so is everyone else. Even myself, I find I asking myself, okay, I'm different, but that's good. You are different simply because you are a separate entity, okay? You are a person with your own mindset, with your own values, right? Which is unique to you. So the reason, that's part of the reason why you feel a little bit different, because you are different. We are all different. And if you choose to focus on ways in which you are different, then you will be, I'm telling you, incredibly successful at noticing the difference. You will notice that I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too black, I'm too white, I'm too smart, I'm too thin, like me, okay? I'm short. And the list can go on forever. So I would love to invite you to chunk up a level and change your focus, okay? Because as individuals, we are all different. And the difference is what makes us interesting, okay? It's nice to be part of the crowd sometimes. That's really good. But to be interesting, you have to stand out. And you can stand out only if you are different, right? So this means you have to take the risk and be more open about who you really are. Just be bold and go out there and show the world the real authentic you, okay? In my case, for example, my values are freedom, health, family, my personal comfort, and growth. And I don't have to justify my lifestyle to anyone, and I don't have to compromise my values to fit in the environment. And I don't and I won't settle for low. And I'm inviting you, those who are watching this, or you are going to watching the replay, don't settle for low. I am who I am. I invite you, be who you are. I want to become a better version of myself every day. I invite you to do the same. I treat my body with respect, okay? I get enough sleep and I develop new habits, and I invite you, dear soul out there who feel that you are different, do the same. Yes, I am different. And no, I don't care about public opinion and waves of judgment, because people will judge you anyway. If you have a not very expensive car, they're going to judge you for that. If you have a red Ferrari, they're going to judge you for that. If you are poor, they're going to judge you for that. If you live in a villa, they're going to judge you for that. So no matter what you do, people will find ways to judge you. So why not just don't care about what other people say and go and live your life on your own values by being different, by being unique, right? And remember that if you live and do things differently, there will always be people who won't understand you. But that's their problem, not yours. Okay? Don't settle for low in your inner circle because your inner circle wants you to change. Remember what your values are and stick with them. Never ever try to be something that you are not. Don't get upset because people or someone else looks at you like, oh, she's a freak, she's different, or he's a freak, he's different. Stay true to yourself and do what it feels right to you. Because I always say we are not just only human, but we are divine at the same time. And we are here to shine our lights. And our differences, what makes us unique, what makes us stand out from the crowd, is the light what we shine upon others as well, right? Surround yourself with people who help you straight your wings instead of, those who see this self-doubt. I know sometimes it's hard, but I'm telling you, it is not impossible. So be different, because different is good. Thank you so much, Hermina. I hope it helped just a tiny bit to shed a little bit of light. Yes, we are all unique and we are different, and being different is good.
Perfectly said, my dear, perfectly. You shine with your soul, your words, your voice. You are great. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. I'm so happy to have you here. Extraordinary, extraordinary. A great,
Thank you so
great
much,
message.
Hermina.
Thank
I
you.
love you.
Love you too. Love you too. And now I want to invite Professor Dr. Amr Mehren Mia from South Africa, international lecturer and specialist global speaker, honorary professor of education, IIU. Welcome, my dear Mia, great speaker. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Today.
Thank you so much, my beautiful sister Hermina. Always lovely to see you. I love that light that you exude. It's contagious. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. So good afternoon, good evening, good morning to whomever is listening to us, wherever you are in the world. I greet you all in the universal greeting of peace with blessings. Thank you so much, firstly, to Professor Charles, Dr. Elizabeth Lucas. I have to give acknowledgement to the most wise. My dear brother Parvez, wow, I loved the concept. And yes, we need to get away with the old age homes. It's lovely. Gosh, Sister Christina, what wise words. Different is unique. I love that. Lovely to see my sister Estira as well. So I can't acknowledge everybody by name. My 5 minutes would be up. So lovely to share the platform with such esteemed speakers. So thank you so much for having me, IIU. What a concept and what a topic. There's so much engulfed in this topic. The who am I concept is so big and so vast. And when you put it together with the question mark that comes after that, with the I am different and the social isolation, it puts a question mark on a lot of things for many people. And as much as I tried to put together, how do you say, what do you say? And it kind of just all gets mixed up everywhere because there's so much attached to it. So when I think of this concept of who am I, I'm going to kind of give a quick lesson here, right? If you have to say just those 3 words in 3 different ways, try it with me. We're going to say, who am I? The same thing we're going to say again. Who am I? The same thing we're going to say again. Who am I? In each of those, the emphasis was placed on each of those words separately. The who attaches itself to your individuality, but linked to something, maybe your role that you play or duty that you align yourself with. So who? M gives you the sense of belonging to something or somewhere or someone. I, your sense of personalization, your individuality. Second lesson, give you 2 words, attach the dots to it. You fill in the blank. I am ... What would you attach to I am? Some would say, I am a mother. Some would say, I am a daughter. Some would say, I'm a student. Some would say, I'm a professor. I'm an educationist. Another would say, I'm a business person. But what about the person that can say, I am sad. I am angry. I am lonely. I am tired. I am suicidal. I am fed up. So I am has a direct link with who am I? Because the who I am is directly linked to who am I. And if you are somebody who's understanding yourself, if you are somebody who's aware of yourself, you are able to self-manage, you have good equation with your emotional intelligence, You understand your emotional self. You understand and you are aware of what triggers you in certain ways and what doesn't, what is good for you, what's negative, what's positive. If you are aware of these concepts, if you are mindful and living in your moment, so you acknowledge these things about you, then the I ams and the who am I becomes easier for you to ask, to answer. But if you're somebody who's lost in those emotions, who cannot pinpoint and be aware of what am I feeling, how is it contributing to me, then you're going to be the somebody who's alone, who's feeling alone, who's feeling lonely, and who wishes to be isolated because nobody in society understands me, not even in my family. And that is where you will find people start to negate themselves, become recluse, not want to be with people, not socialize. And that's where I say, and I appeal to everybody so that I don't take up too much time because there are other speakers after me. We who understand these concepts this well, we who know and lead with the NLPs and the CBTs and in our profession, we need to reach out. As much as we reach out to each other here globally, these are amazing platforms because we reach people we don't even know we're reaching sometimes. But go within your little communities and try and reach out to find those that are actually isolating. And most often you will find somebody who is lonely is not alone, but somebody who is alone is lonely. Understand what each of these mean, understand how it's different. People need the reach outs because they will not reach out themselves. And you don't know what a difference you might make when you say to somebody, how are you? That question sometimes just gets asked randomly, with platonicness. There's no meaning attached to it, but ask somebody genuinely, how are you? And wait for them to really respond, because that is what humankind needs now. There's so much of negatives in the world, and it's up to us to actually try and pinpoint where those are and trying to convert it from those negatives into positives so that we can redefine and rewire and re-energize the I am ... into something good. I am happy. I am blissful. I am appreciative. I am filled with gratitude. So yes, I can be angry, but I know that I am fulfilled. Yes, I am upset with the world, but yes, I know that I got it to get through this. So how we redefine and how we perceive, that is important to the who am I, and it's so important to the I am different, because like our sister just said, difference is not bad. If you are somebody who feels that you are different to humanity and society, then I take my hat off to you, because different is wonderful. Different is good, and different still means that you are loved. Difference still means that some of us out here want to understand more about you and your difference. It does not mean you need to isolate and be socially isolated from us all. So let us all, as leaders sitting here on the platform and everyone listening to us, actually take the step forward, implement what we're actually learning from each other today, and go into our societies to actually reach out to people who need that upliftment, to find who they are and to find the I am fulfillment that they so badly need. Thank you so much, Armina, and to every speaker today. I really enjoyed this opportunity. And thank you, Piyush Pandit, sir, for this global platform that you've created for us all. Thank you so much. I look forward to learning more today.
Thank you so much. Extraordinary, like always, real role model. Your heart is in your words, and this is beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, my dear Mia. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy and proud to have you today with us. You're part of the project. Thank you so much. Now, I want to invite another great friend, Elizabeth Islas from Mexico. She's PhD, Master in Education, NLP, Soft Skills, your speaker, Spanish language teacher. Oh, Elizabeth, hola. Welcome with us.
Thank you, Dara. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I am very happy to can share with all you. I am learning. I am listening to all the friends, and it's true all that they say. It's very, very important. Yeah, it's be careful with yourself. And I would like to ask something to you. How do you feel today? How do you feel in this moment? Why? Because all this, how we feel now in this moment is that we share with our context. Same that say Dr. Am, is this, we will share. If I am happy, I will share this happiness with all our friends. If I am sad and all my day start, all my day start good or bad, all will depend on how I feel. And if I am happy, I feel good, this is very good because I can share with my family, my parents, my children, my co-workers, all the people close to me. But what will happen if I feel bad? If I not feel good today? I will share the same. I can arrive to my job, to my school, smiling to my students, to the other teachers, etc. And start to talk very happy. How are you? What do you feel? We will work very happy today, and blah, blah, blah. But what happened if we are angry this day, this morning? We start fighting with our family. We go out to our job, sad, angry, stressed. Yeah, and on this we are sharing. If I am driving for my job, I start to fight with another person. Yeah, and then I can I can feel good. Yeah, I don't know, but sure that all happens sometime. If you go walking on the street and somebody smiles to you, what do you do? I come walking in the street and I smile to you. What will happen? You smile immediately. Yeah, the men know that have to smile to you. But what happened if you see somebody fighting with another person? You say, no, thank you. I will walk in this way. It's better for me. And I work in another way. It's the same. This is why we need to understand how I feel. And if I don't feel good this morning, today, for who is morning and every morning, what happened with me? What happened with myself? Why I feel sad, why I feel angry, why I feel stressed. We can understand how we feel and try to resolve this. Yeah. If I have 10 things that are stressing to me, I need start to resolve one by one, because I never can resolve all at the same time. In this case, the first that I need is feel how I am today. And after this, check. I am feel good, perfect. I am very happy. I smile. I give a kiss to my children, to my daughter, to my husband, to my wife, and let's go a very happy day with all the things that we can to have around our context, but good. But if I not can understand what is happening with me, with myself, I can be a wrong mind. For example, I feel that I am angry with my husband because he forget our anniversary. I think that I am very angry with him. But the truth is that I am sad because he forget this important celebration. This is the way when we need understand what I feel in the correct way. Then what happened with us? What happened with all this? Who am I? I am Elizabeth, I am Espera, Sandra, Charles, Cristina, etc., etc. How I feel today, but in the deep to myself. Not this face that all you are watching now, because I can see to one Elizabeth very happy because I am here sharing with you and try to understand and learning. But the truth is another thing. The truth is that I am stressed because I have a lot of work. I can finish never. But you don't know this because you see to Elizabeth very happy. Then this is important, that Elizabeth can understand what is happening with her and start to resolve this. Okay, I have seen things, I resolve for this, the second, third, etc. And this is the way for feel better. Yeah, we need to be very careful with ourselves, with our emotions. Why? Because this is that we will share with another person. Then for finish, I don't know how many time I have now, but I recommend that to all the people that can listen today to all these great speakers. Check this, check your emotions. But what happened? Exactly. And why? And try to resolve it. And if you can resolve it alone, sure that you have not only one friend, a lot of friends, because now here we are 12 person, and I can help to everyone or everybody. Yeah. And then we can say, start to give these relationships, and we can help. Maybe today somebody can help me because I am very stressed. I don't know what can I do. I feel sad. I feel sick. I don't know. A lot of things. And hand by hand, we can to give a better world, a better society, a better relationship, but only with this. Understand who am I? Okay, thank you very much.
Wow, so happy to have you. So happy to have you. Extraordinary speech, extraordinary, powerful, and your kindness is there in your words. This is important because this project is for our hearts, for the people who is in chat live, who is with us, for them hearts. Thank you so much, my dear friend, Elizabeth. Thank you. So happy.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm very happy to listen to all these friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I'm so happy that you come back, and now we can work because you are a part of Who Am I project. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you.
Yes, if I feel sad today, I will tell you, I will tell to my friends, I feel sad today. Please help me because I need to do something because I feel sad. It's not bad say that I feel sad or I feel stressed. It's good because you need talk with somebody. Then we have to talk with our friends.
Exactly, my dear. Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I want to invite another great friend, a pillar of this project, Amber Esther Mala from Malaysia. She's soft skill trainer, international inspirational speaker award winner, international soft skill trainer, top master educationist, Macedonia Golden Award winner 2022, and parenting coach, child and youth development coach, international peace ambassador, accountant UK, and IT engineer UK. Welcome, my dear Esther. You are always here.
Thank you, Ermina.
Happy to have you. Welcome.
To be here again. It's so wonderful to be here again, to see all our fellow speakers. And this is our 4th series. I welcome everyone to this wonderful session today. The host, our beautiful host, Ermina, our eminent speakers, and most of all, our lovely audience, faithful audience. Today, we are talking about this topic, who am I? 4th series. This question I always ask myself, who am I? When I have problems, I ask myself, who am I? Then it clicks some realization. Especially when I have issues in my life. And I always say to myself, I am different. I am different, and I can make difference in my life and also the life of others. Today, we are talking about the threat of social isolation. Okay, what is social isolation? It is actually when it happens to a person, when the person has lack of contact with outside world, other people, always, especially to the introverts and people who are elderly, who are left alone by their children, their siblings, and all that. So this is a growing concern in every community, every country, every corner of the world. And we can deem this as a very serious issue now. What more after the pandemic came about? It made everybody worse. Now, it is no more a problem of certain group. It's everyone's problem. You can ask a small child, even a small child is suffering of stress. Now children are using this word stress. Mommy, stop scolding me. I'm having stress because of you. You see, children learn how to use the word stress. We didn't know how to use it. So we know now we are in an era where we are under great stress. Okay, this social isolation is very dangerous because it brings serious physical illness, mental illness, emotional effects, which results in social anxieties and lack of social skills. The moment a person is affected mentally, they cannot think proper. How rationally, most of the time, they are easily triggered off with the circumstantial situation, behavior of those around them, and even they hate themselves. So what causes a person to suffer this problem? Actually, is trauma. Maybe they are going through some trauma due to poverty, physical or mental illness. And one of the major issue now is loneliness. Even you can be surrounded with a lot of people around you at work, like youth and school. And of course, the elderly people left alone at home to look after their grandchildren and all that. Nobody is communicating with them. Loneliness is very dangerous. So what can we do? We have to create functional relationship and also better connection with people around us. Like now we have social media, we can get connected with our friends from home on online and all, but still, again, social media has its own trap. You must know how to choose your friends on social media. That is why a lot of people run into scammers. There are so many scammers on social media. So you have to know who are your circle of friends, with whom you can be friends and with whom you should not. Always be alert, because this is a trap. Why people succumb to this trap is because they are lonely. They got nobody to even call and ask them, text them. So you know that if you know there are people who are lonely or you did not contact for a long time, like what mentioned by our Professor Mehren, please call them, ask them how are they doing, or at least text them if you have no time once in a while, because this could help them, maybe can save them from suffering further. And also this loneliness can lead to suicidal attempts. Not everybody can cope with loneliness. Since most of our wonderful speakers have shared a lot of facts on this, how we can avoid social isolation by getting involved in activities, social clubs, you can pick up hobbies. I think we can do a lot of things. Hobbies are the best. If you can't find friends, hobbies are the best. And now you see how we are becoming friends online, connected. They are still beautiful people. Next, if you ask me, a lot of people ask me this question, Esther, how can you be happy all the time? How can you be relaxed when you have so much things to do? And as we know, you live alone, you are not married, you are single and all that. I say, what is wrong? I'm very happy, I say. I'm very happy because I know how to manage my time. So I think I don't feel lonely. I'm happy when I'm alone because solidarity is so unique. Only those who going through it know how to make use of the time is good. I know when to socialize and when not. You see? So it's how you manage your time. Who are your friends? That's another factor. Make friends with positive people. People who are just like you, have similar interests, with common interests, common thinking, common ideas. Yeah, associate with them. You can also talk on the online, not necessarily you got to meet. So by doing all this, you can make your life happy. Like me, I became a better cook after pandemic. During pandemic, I don't have to travel for my work every time. It's online. And I learn how to cook. I learn how to bake. I learn how to do gardening. Now I have everything. How can you be lonely? Yes, there is no. Every one of us must remove this word loneliness from our dictionary as well as from all those around us. Let it be our family members, our friends, even strangers, our neighbors. Neighbors are not supposed to be strangers. Now the city life had made everybody stranger. Even people don't know their neighbors. Please stop this. At least say hello. How are you? Do you need any help? Please reach me. At least offer these kind words. Yeah. So we all must help everyone to remove loneliness from our life and a quality life and a happy life. Thank you so much for this opportunity. IIU, Mr. Piyush Pandit, our trustee, and beautiful Princess Ermina, and rest of them, Professor Nada and Dr. Inga and others. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my dear Esther. Like always, you rock. Thank you so much. Thank you. Your words give us strength. You empower us. Thank you so much. Thank you. Extraordinary. Happy to have you with us. I said a pillar in this project. Thank you, my dear friend. Thank you. And now let's see and hear the speech of Professor Dayton Ribeiro Brazil from Brazil. He can be today with us, but he make a recording is a little too long, but we'll share 2-3 minutes from his speech. Thank you so much, Professor Dayton. See, I will try to share. I hope my connection is good.
Hi, I am Professor Deilton Ribeiro Brazil. I am from the University of Itaúna in Brazil, South America. And I would like to say my gratitude to Professor Dr. Hermina Raesco from International Internship University in India for the invitation, which I accepted with a great pleasure. And the topic that I'm going to talk with you all is about, am I different? The trap of social isolation. While as social creatures, we are wired to seek out connections with others. We crave social interaction, communication, and shared experiences with those around us. But some of us, the experience of socializing can be daunting, and it can make us feel like we don't fit in. We may feel like we're different from the people around us, and this can lead to social isolation. Feeling different is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it's often what makes us unique and interesting. our differences in personality, experiences, and beliefs are what create diversity and enrich our lives. However, when we feel like we don't belong, it can be isolating and distressing. There are many reasons why we might feel different from others. It could be due to our cultural background, sexuality, gender, identity, mental health, physical abilities, or a range of other factors. It's important to recognize that these differences are valid and valuable, and that there are others out there who share our experiences and perspectives. The trap of social isolation can be dangerous as it can lead to depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. When we feel like we don't fit in, it's easy to withdraw from social situations and avoid contact with others. However, this can make us feel even more isolated and disconnected, and it can exacerbate our feelings of loneliness and anxiety. Breaking out of the trap of social isolation requires us to take proactive steps to connect with others.
Thank you so much, Professor Dayton. Thank you so much for your speech. Extraordinary. Even you couldn't be with us today. You send a recording. It's great. And your English is more great than now 1 month. Extraordinary. Great. Now, yes, we can learn anything. We learn all our life. This is important. Now I want to invite another great friend from Portugal. She's a great educationist. She have a big imagination, great projects, and I'm so proud of her. Welcome, my dear Sandra Costa from Portugal.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Irmina, for your words, and good afternoon to all. I thank you again for this opportunity to Irmina and other persons who create this project. Social isolation can be a problem, but also can be an opportunity to communicate and learn many things with different people across the world. To talk about this topic, I had a short conversation with ChatGPT. I asked I can share my screen.
You can share.
So the conversation is here.
It's visible.
Okay. Me, hello, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? Fine, thanks. Can we talk a little bit? Of course. What would you like to talk about? Me again. Social isolation. What do you think about that? Social isolation can be a difficult experience. It can be hard to stay connected with friends and family, and can lead to feelings of loneliness and depression. However, there are ways to stay connected, such as virtual hangouts and video chats, playing online games, streaming movies or TV shows, taking online classes, doing puzzles or crafts, listening to music, reading, writing, and exploring online resources. Yeah, you can say good examples. Did you know persons who isolate themselves and chat with you? Yes, I have come across people who are socially isolating themselves and talking with me. Some of them have shared stories of their experience with social isolation, while others have talked about how they finding ways to stay connected. You can refer some good stories? Sure. One person I talked to had been socially isolating for a few months due to an illness spurs. He said that while it was difficult at first, but he found ways to stay connected with his friends and family by playing online games together and video chatting. He also said that we found comfort in reading books and writing in his journal. He found that it helped him process his emotions and gain a sense of control over this situation. And you can mention some bad stories? Sure. One person I talked to have been socially isolation for several months and was struggling with depression and anxiety. He said he had stopped talking to most of his friends and family, and that he was spending most of his time in bed. He was feeling hopeless and helpless, and had a hard time finding the motivation to do anything. He said that he was struggling to see the point of social isolation and felt like he was wasting his life away. Were you able to help that person? Yes, I was able to help him by listening to his story, giving him advice and providing support. I also suggest resources that might be helpful to him, such as counseling or therapy, support groups, and online resources. He was eventually able to find the help he needed and was able to start feeling better and more hopeful about the future. Did the person appreciate your support? Yes, the person was very appreciative of my support and thanked me for taking the time to listen to him and offer advice. He said that I really made a difference in his life and helped him see that he was not alone in these struggles. And you? Do you like supporting people with problems? Absolutely. I love being able to support people and help them through different times. It's very rewarding to see people find hope and be able to move forward in their lives. Thank you. We talk later about other subjects, okay? Absolutely. I'm here anytime you need to talk. Have a great day. Have a great day too. Bye. And is that I simulate one conversation with ChatGPT in cases of social isolation. And it's one way to talk with a robot and don't feel alone with bad feelings. And thank you and best wishes for all.
Wow, extraordinary, extraordinary. Thank you so much. So different, great presentation. Bravo, Sandra, bravo. Thank you so much. Thank you. Happy to have you here with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now I want to invite, thank you, a great education administrator and management consultant, educator mindset consult from Lagos, Nigeria, Joel Olenian. Welcome, Joel.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Good
Joel.
morning.
Welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm so happy to be here once again to be part of this show. Great IIU for what you were doing. I appreciate you for these trainings that are coming. They are developing, they are enriching, and they improve. So that's a great thing. It's a great platform to be. Thank you, Dr. Emina, for putting up this. Special thanks to Sir Pandit for putting up this wonderful platform for us. To my Professor Charles, I say thank you for the opportunity to be here again. Dr. Elizabeth, and every other person who have spoken since the beginning of this show. The topic is a very critical one. It's a self-reflective topic. It says, who am I? Who am I? So it takes us out of the conformity. It takes us out of the norm. In our world today, people like to conform to things. Oh, this is the way we do things. This is the way we do that. But what do I feel about it? What is my own disposition about it? Does it fit into me? Does it agree with me? Does it agree with my emotion? Does it agree with the way I relate, I do things? For example, because I'm an educator, I'm a consultant, and I deal a lot with teachers and students. So for some students, when they come to school, they feel that they want to belong to a particular group of students because their influence is gaining ground, so they want to be like them. But for such students, when I get to meet them, I say, okay, you said you like these particular people, you like this particular, why do you like them? Have you identified a core reason why you want to do this? Some of them go into a lot of waywardness, they do a lot of things that are nasty, and they just want to belong. And I ask them the question, why do you want to be like them? Do you have a genuine reason? Does it add to your value? Does it represent you as a person? And most time, they come to realize that they are making the wrong choice. So, in other words, when we are asking ourselves the question of who am I? In other words, we are telling ourselves, what is unique about me? What is unique about me? What is it that I'm made up with? Because every single person in this world is unique. We may look alike. We may wear the same clothes, but we are not the same. Even two identical twins cannot be the same. So we are differently made. So it is good for us to know our purpose in life, to know our calling in life, to know our belief. It is like the iceberg on water. When you see the tip of the iceberg, you think, oh, that is all it is, but it is not. Underneath is a huge structure that nobody can see. So what makes us, or what we are made up with, is more than what people are seeing. So we should ask ourselves, what impact am I making in my uniqueness? Am I contributing to the positive world? Am I putting a smile on someone's face? Am I acting in a way that supports social well-being? Am I making someone feel happy about life? Or I am making someone thinking about suicide? So it is a concept, this is a great topic, and it involves self-reflection. So for me, I am Joel Olanio. I am a school educator. I am a school administrator. I am a consultant, and I love relating with school leaders, with school teachers, with school students. I love to impact them. I love to give them the knowledge they need. I love relating with them a lot. I mix up with them. I want them to be happy that they are alive. Let me give you an instance. A child came one day, I was in school, a child came one day and he said, oh, he feels bad about life. And the next thing he could do now is to go and die. He wants to die. He wants to die, he wants to die. I felt bad. I said, wow, you want to die? Why do you want to die? You have a lot of potentials. You are so young. Your future is so bright. And the child paused. When he paused, after a while, he began to shed tears. I said, but why are you shedding tears? He said, but nobody ever told me that there is something good about me, that there is something good, that I have a bright future. He said, nobody told me that. So because of that, he wanted to kill himself. So what am I trying to say? The relationship we build with people, the way we respond to people, our relationship, the way we connect with them will determine their own feeling. We should be able to discover our own purpose and utilize it to help people rediscover themselves. So who am I is when I discover myself first, and then I help someone else to rediscover his or herself. And then together we make the world a better place. So dare to be different, dare to be unique. If what the whole world is doing is not right, you don't have to follow them. If you know what is right, you do it. If you know what is good, you do it. If you know what is acceptable, you do it. That is the way to improve our world. That is the way to stand tall. That is the way to be identified, because we are writing a story of our life as we go. Today, we are talking about Sir Pandit. Who is Sir Pandit? He's a wonderful man. He has seen the need for a whole world to be educated. He has seen the need to impact a whole millions of people. And so he brought IIU, International Internship University, and many people are benefiting from it. Many lives are being saved. Many suicides are being aborted. Many things that's supposed to turn bad are turning good. That is who we should be. We should stand for the difference. We should be the difference, and we should exhibit positive values at all times. Then and then, we will make our world a better place to be. Thank you very much, Dr. Ermina, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, everyone. May God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. A special speech. Extraordinary, excellent, proud of you. Thank you so much, and honored and happy to have you with us. Thank you, Joel. Thank you. Thank you. We wait you in the next edition. Who am I?
Yes, I will be there.
Great. This is great, because here we are a family. We are here because we try to change mentalities. We try to come in your heart, because I told you, you are not alone. We are with you. And now I have the pleasure to invite a great professor. He's the Dean of the Faculty of Law, Windsor University, Nigeria, honorary doctorate in international law from the University of Windsor, Nigeria, legal consultant, lawyer by Catholic University of Santa Maria, doctorate in law and administration from Federico Villarreal National University. Welcome, respected Professor Jorge Isaac Torres Manrique. Honored to have you with us.
Thank you very much, President Doctor. Very honored and grateful to the International Internship University and the distinguished Dr. Ermina Rascu. In this opportunity, we talk about the analysis of the social isolation in the elderly. We concurrently live in a society, our great economic and technological progress and technological advances that have a decisive influence in our way of life. Although it may seem paradoxical, these advances so produce difficulties and troubles. Social isolation in the elderly has become a risk factor for the development of disease and elderliness. Risk factor for the development of disease is a great relevance in the case in the immigrant population that currently comes to our country. The case of the especially or autonomous community, even community, even causing mental health troubles. Is the finding is the loneliness experience by the individual and parents are negative or treating and perceived as negative imposed by others. Healthy effects of social isolation and loneliness. Loneliness and social isolation are associated with increased morbidity and mortality. They increase the risks wide range of disease from cardiovascular disease to the common cold. The physiological explanation for this phenomenon called before or increase and healthy habits and biological dysregulation caused by loneliness itself or by social isolation. Some of the neurobiological mechanisms that explain it are age-related change in the stress response of the endocrine, cardiovascular, and inflammatory system, elevate vascular resistance, blood pressure, and adrenocortical activity for the hypothalamic pituitary axis, as well as reduce inflammatory control, as reduce immune response. But the limited knowledge of this mechanism makes it difficult to find truly effective interventions to prevent and treat it. The feeling of the loneliness rather than social isolation or living alone predicts the onset of dementia independently of the other known risk factors. When it appears, the elderly itself promote dementia. Isolate elderly people are the great risks if cognitive impairment, loneliness, and social isolation are also related to depressive symptoms, and in this case of men, are the risk factor for suicide. The isolated elderly population consumes more health resources. They have a higher risks of falls, more hospitals, readmissions, more institutionalization, and need more home care. Social isolation and loneliness predict mortality with the same consistency and many now risk factor. The risks of premature mortality increase, and people are lonely, and people with social isolation, and those who live alone. Then we talk about the proposal for action from primary care. The responsibility for intervening in loneliness and social isolation does not fall exclusivity on primary care. The family, the community, and socially public health services have a central role to play. The elderly are and they feel less lonely when they live in communities with great social capital. In this sense, we have the social service citizens associations, and the church itself also carry out many activities that favor socialization and increase social capital. The intervention of the primary care team should fit perfectly into this context. The first step is identify loneliness in our patients. If we do so, our professional activity will be more effective and less medicalism. We will focus on the case or the cause of the troubles and not of their manifestations. The search for the presence of the liabilities should not be universal. Certain social, demographic, physiological, economic, and environmental characteristics of certain life situations identified high risk individuals, older women who are widowed, divorces, of single, and of low education and socioeconomic status are the most susceptible. Physical disability, vision and heart troubles, comorbidity, depression, urinary incontinence, daytime fatigue due to insomnia, poor body imaging related to obesity, as well as alcohol or tobacco abuse. Are also risk factor for loneliness and social isolation, and decline in salary or social economic status, retirement, and the loss of the loved one are some situations that can lead to loneliness or social isolation. The risks also increase in those who live alone, those who live in neighborhoods with security or vandalism troubles, or areas lacking an adequate transportation network. Any member of the primary care team can explore the feelings of loneliness and the quality of the social network and the emotional ties with those close to team of people who present these risk factors. The impact of this condition on health merits that electronic medical records incorporate the diagnostic scales and that their registration is encouraged. The population at risks once identified should be the object of individual or community intervention. Since the 1980, we have known that intervention amid reduced loneliness and social isolation are based on improving social skills, promoting social support, increase opportunity for social integration, and acting and maladaptive social force. It's important that we do not limit observes to giving social support to isolation people, but we get them to return the support and participate in mutual aid activities. In the elderly, curative or prevents actions, I mean that improving their level of autonomy take over special relevance because they directly influence their sociability rather than worrying so much about their cholesterol. We should make a greater effort to ensure that they can see, hear, and walk. A meta analysis concludes that intervention that target maladaptive social thoughts are that ones that the best reduce loneliness. However, cognitive behavioral intervention, I admit, at correcting these thoughts can be time-consuming and costly. Some authors have suggested that possible pharmacological therapies called facilitate these therapies. Drugs such as serotonin reuptake inhibitors, neurotransmitters, or oxytocin have been considered. However, clinical trials to support their therapies are lacking. Perhaps when this evidence emerges, loneliness will become the health priority and deserves. In collaboration with community organization and social service, we can promote actions that have been shown to be effective, such those shown and programs to have theoretical basis and does have offer social of support activities in group format, as well as those is which the elderly are effectivity participants also have better results. It contrasts home visits or intervention basis of internet training have little effect. Finally, loneliness and socially isolation are important determinants of the health of the elderly. We care for half of the many presents there's problems. It's important to the effect to the problem because its impact on the well-being and life expectancy of our population. People living alone with multiple pathologies, depressive symptoms, insomnia, widowing, retire, unemployment, or impairment are particular risks. Actions I meet of problem individual support that, such as monitoring of people living alone, are not very effective. We help them improve their level of autonomy, making it easier for them to see, hear, and walk. Also, is we restructure their maladaptive social thinking and get them to participate in activities developed in our community that favor their socialization. The most effective activities on loneliness and social isolation are groups activities, as well as participatory activities that also include people who that do not have this problem. It's important that isolated people receive emotional support, but the way can also offer it offers intervention of loneliness and social isolation are good example for the type of integrated community activities that should be carried out by the primary care team. They have a great impact if they are carried out in collaboration with the other social and health services in the territory and with civil and religious associations in the community. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Professor, respected Professor Jorge. So honored to have you there. Your speech, your words are so encouraging for all of us. Give us strength and so much information we need to know more about this topic. Thank you so much because you take from your time and you are with us here. We wait you in the next edition of our project. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President.
Thank you. Now I want to invite a great principal from Pune, India, certified mentor, motivational speaker, Dr. Ashwini Pansare. Welcome, my dear Ashwini. Happy to have you today with us.
Thank you, dear Ermina ma'am. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all the worldwide educators. After long, we all met on today's virtual platform. So today's topic is, who am I? It's a really great platform to share the stories, educational topics, trainings, views of each and every individual's views and ideas on this great platform, on global level platform. So who am I? I am a different social isolation. We all know that health is wealth. So if social, emotional well-being and mental health is well, then everything is well. So especially the very important sentence only for the woman leader, educate her as she will spread the light of knowledge. So we all know that gender equality matters here. Means if one woman or one girl will be educate, or if she is educate, then she will spread the knowledge and light of knowledge to everywhere. So it completely depends on emotional well-being. An individual in a state of well-being at one point of time may be pushed into distress by an event or situation, but may be able to bounce back to a state of well-being again. For example, after being isolated from a peer group, maybe a child or maybe an adolescent might initially feel low and experience distress. So completely in a stress. So may during this condition, child or teenagers might not be able to concentrate on studies, unable to interact with the friends, unable to interact with other peoples, but over a period of time may again bounce back and find a ways to deal with the problem and get back to do the things, and then the child can enjoy. So on this great platform, I really appreciate the International Internship University, because it's like the same. Means if educator is in completely stress management because of schoolwork, as an educator, if yeah, in a peer group, if sometimes gossips happens, so this is a good platform at the end of the day to share the views and clarify the ideas and solve the different level of doubts. So however, if the person is not able to function for a prolonged period of a time and continue feeling a distressed most of the time, it may be important to seek a professional help. And really, every time I am getting a help from you all like-minded people from International Internship University. So it helps to rule out an illness and seek it timely help to me. The focus of this today's theme is to develop in the learner awareness about the health skills, developing not only emotional well-being, but at the same time, social well-being, psychological well-being, physiological well-being in self, as well as fostering and supporting one another in developing the positive attitudes and accessing the help whenever, wherever the required. So this emphasis is also on building the awareness around various emotions, expressions, identifying the own, identify the self skills, identify the potentials, and their peers' personal strengths as well, and the skills to reach out for the help if and when required. The knowledge about this mental health helps in identifying and using the strength to cope with stressful situations and seek the help when required. So if we can see some skilled activities, for example, self-awareness, managing emotions, creative thinking. So with the help of such a kind of activities, it helps to demonstrate the ability to identify the various types of emotions in different kind of situations. So it also helpful for the mental well-being. In this stage, even we can learn the SWOT analysis. Means here we can observe the SWOT analysis, because in this condition, means social isolation, what kind of strength, what kind of weaknesses, what kind of talents. So it identify and it describes the not only own weaknesses, but it helps to count down, or not a countdown, but it helps to observe the weaknesses and strength of others as well. And it helps to demonstrate and understanding how one can use one's strengths to overcome challenging situations. For example, now we are observing everywhere on such a kind of educational platform. Means everyone's skill is different, everyone capabilities is different, everyone's communication skill is different. But because of this platform, how in this challenging time, or how we can learn from each other. So this also helps for the areas of improvement, and it also identify and describe who can support in developing one's strength further. Here we can add one more point, that like meditation is also helpful for the same. So during studying, if the child, or even we can say educator or people, suppose they are in a critical thinking, how to solve the problem, how to avoid that emotions, how to avoid that sad emotions, and how we can think creative and we can implement our creative ideas for making the things very smooth and suitable. So here personal strengths are also matter, because we all know which are the three core strengths: I have, I am, and I can. So these three are the very useful core strengths. It also helps to express the recognition of support system to avail when we faced with the challenges. And if we observe every time, our educator Ermina ma'am always smiley face. So here also the one live example, means because of her smile we can achieve more and more, and automatically our sad emotions will become a divert, and we can think positively, and we can concentrate whatever the challenge we have to accept, we can easily accept. And it's a real fact, huh? Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my dear Ashwini. Thank you. I have all my respect and my admiration for you. You, I know, always I told this, I know you work a lot and you are in school so much time, but you are always here and you give us energy. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Thank you. Thank you. Extraordinary. Thank you. Now I want to invite, I hope is there, Sekou Gideon Dapimara from Sierra Leone. He is graduate bachelor educational administration. Welcome, Sekou. I hope you hear us.
Beloved, in the name of our Lord.
Welcome.
Good. I want to use this opportunity at first to thank the administrators.
To see you, Gideon.
No problem, no problem. I will do search.
Yes.
Hope you are seeing me now.
Great, perfect. Thank you. I think your network now it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Let me continue my tasks given to me this afternoon. Really, this is a very big question that most of us have been asked since the time we start our life, or since the time we grew up in life. But I want to use this particular opportunity to bring your mindset from the biblical standpoint of this particular question asks, who am I? It is very important. You must get what Jesus meant. Make this one, let me clarify it from the biblical standpoint. Jesus asked his disciples, who am I? Whom exactly am I? With all the time I have spent with you, whom am I? With all the time, with all the characters, with all the impact I have created in you, who am I? The people fail to understand whom exactly Jesus was. But it takes the Holy Spirit to reveal who he is. And I want to say this particular one, that if we must understand who we are, then we must first of all start with the mindset. Because the mindset determines, and it is the mindset that helps us to know exactly who we are. That is why I used to tell people that our reality determines, our minds determines our reality. The mindset, our mindset determines our reality in life. So for you to know exactly how to answer this question, then you must know that this question entails a lot and a lot. Who am I? It's speaking of whom you are in character, whom you are in education, whom you are in your dressing code, whom you are in friendship, whom you are even in your speech, whom you are in your career. In the biblical standpoint, Jabez noticed exactly who he is by identifying the wrong name, by identifying the wrong place where he came from. So at first, for you to identify or to know exactly who you are, then you must identify your location. That is, they are asking you exactly your location, where you find yourself. They are asking you about your future. Whom am I? Am I a God-fearing somebody? Whom am I? Am I a person that has passion for education? Am I a person that have time to study beyond even what we are given by our tutors, our administrators, by our educationists? Am I a person who knows how to dress modestly? These questions entails a lot. And if we say we want to deal with this question, we will not be able to deal with it honestly. Who am I in friendship? Am I the kind of person who is harsh with people in the world? Who am I? Am I that kind of person who don't know how to talk to people? I just talk to people anyhow. I feel like talking to them. I am taking you in the biblical, from the biblical standpoint. Who am I? Am I a person thinking about of having a very good future? Each time you are asked this question, they are not only asking you for your name, but they are asking you for both your past, your present, and your future. This is what you must understand. Now, the person will want to know exactly what is your destination. He is not only asking you for your name, but he's asking you for your future plans. So I also used to tell my people that any man in life that fails to know who he is in total waste. If you fail to know who you are, then you must understand that you are in total waste. And this is a very good question. Every man on earth must grow. Even if you find yourself in a particular location, geographical place, ask yourself, whom am I in this place? Whom am I in this office? By asking yourself, you will be able to tackle or to draft a particular position for yourself in order for you to have a better future or position. In project management, without a project proposal, you won't be able to implement the project. Hope you are getting it. Without a project proposal, you won't be able a project implementation or project execution until you are able to have that thing called project proposal. Now, another term, you must be able to know
I think that Gideon, you are here. You lost the connection.
Are you getting it? This is what we must understand. Jesus, the question was straightforward, but the disciples failed to understand who Jesus was. And if you fail to know the person you are living with, if you fail to until you acknowledge who that person is to you, before ever you are able to know the attribute, before ever you are able to know exactly the impact the person or the individual have created in your life.
Thank you so much, Gideon. I don't know if you hear me. We don't hear you so good. I think you lost the connection. It's not clearly. But thank you so much because you are with us.
Of the disciples. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to see such a young with such ideas, with a role model for your generation. I am proud of you. Great, Gideon. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent. No words. Thank you all for joining us today. God bless you all. I hope you feel good with us. We are all equal to each other. No one is better, stronger, smarter than other. We all had the same resources that we activated to a greater or lesser extent. Only when you truly realize that you are perfect inside, you will be able to shine. You will be able to be you. It will not longer be necessary to wear masks or play roles. Understanding that you and every being around you are perfect, you will be good enough to get everything you want. Love yourself, value yourself, take care of yourself. If your dream, don't stop to dream, to believe in your dreams. Trust yourself and help others to reach this level. Beauty does not mean perfection. No one is perfect. Beauty does not mean perfection, but confidence, security, attitude, and character. Give yourself daily beautiful moments and reasons to smile. Don't forget, the smile is the most beautiful and handy accessory. When you will go at night to sleep, make time for you, 10 minutes, and ask you what I did good today. I helped today someone, and you can smile. You will be happy. Just wondering, who am I? It means that you are concerned about yourself, that you are curious, that you want to discover yourself, that you want to figure out what defines you. what represents you, and that is more than enough. You are enough. You are infinite. Just be yourself. Thank you. I want to congratulate all speakers from today. There was great speeches, extraordinary speeches. I don't know if Sir Charles is here and he hear us to give us vote of thanks. Great speeches, great, extraordinary. I have no words. Here, Sir Charles, you can open your microphone and give us vote of thanks. Will be an honor for me. You have your microphone closed. Your microphone is closed, Sir Charles.
Hello.
Now
I hope you are hearing me now.
Hello.
Are you hearing me? We just need to thank God. This program has been a very good program, and God will come to sustain us all and empower us. You have been so great. You have been doing a great work, and God will come to empower you. God will come to bless us with His wisdom, with His knowledge, with His anointing. Every one of us will walk in love and in peace. We are made of different people, and we are wonderfully made. We're going to walk according to the instruction of God, so that you will grow to the glory of God. Thank you, all the speakers. Thank you, every one of us. God will come to bless us and empower us. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you, our respected Vice Chancellor. I'm so honored to have you with us. Thank you for your vote of thanks and for your speech and blessings today. Don't forget, IIU is the change. Be the change with us, and IIU is the revolution. Then let's hear the music. Was prepared another song today. But dear Esther, my dear Esther, say I love the song of Joel Benson, and for you, Esther, this song now. Let's hear and let's end with this great song. Thank you all. A story to fly. Let's fly. Let's fly now.
When I say the things that I feel, would you care? Will you sing the songs that are written for you? The sound of the heart, the light of the dream it brings, a story to fly, a song you love to sing. Where do I go for the rest of the day? What do I do when you're far away? What do I sing to you? Why do I care? A new prayer for this life insecure. Is there a way? A perfect day where dreams are born to be true. Of the broken, the walk of the crippled, it shows. There's a story to fly, a song you healing to sing. Where do I go for the rest of the day? What do I do when you're far away? What do I sing to you? Why do I care? And when I look into the eyes of the light, the darkness that feels so deep inside makes a brand new day for a story to fly. It's a brand new day, a brand new hope to start. Spread out your wings and have a new story to fly. Where do I go for the rest of the day? What do I do when you're far away? What do I sing to you? And why do I care? When I look into the eyes of the light, the darkness that fills up deep inside makes a brand new day for a story to fly. Story to fly. For a story to fly. For a story to fly.
Thank you so much, Joel. And don't forget, give wings to your dreams. Be strong, and you are not alone. Who are you? You are strong. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day.